All right. Welcome, cultist, to another phenomenal episode of Alan Moore's Porch. I'm Rocky Turner, and it is my distinct and very sensual pleasure to introduce to you the original Wednesday Night Wild Man, Mr. Justin Parsnips!
Feel it! Really? Jesus Christ. Each of you by name, you just sit there and fucking stare at me? Oh my god, that was the most shaming thing I've ever been through.
Oh, okay, nobody's talking.
Yeah, that was great. Great.
That's like the curtain getting raised up on Buddy Holly at the Apollo.
just crickets. Just nothing.
Get it? Crickets! Buddy Holly and crickets.
These are the jokes that we're telling you. So, welcome to another edition of Alan Moore's Porch. With me, as always, Rocky Turner. My name is Justin Partridge. You can find us on Facebook.com/Alan Moore's Porch. You can also find us on Twitter at Alan Moore's Porch, all one word. You can also email us, which we have emails tonight. Pretty excited about it. To Alan Moore's Porch, all one word, at gmail.com. We got that shit out of the way. I'm aggressively embarrassed. I don't know if this is going to be a good show. I feel shamed, but
what'd you do?
Okay.
What makes you feel ashamed? Now we got to talk about it.
I know. I shouldn't have even
pulled the Band-Aid off. You should have just gone into the show.
I had to bring my mother-in-law's car up here today, and so which is apparently impenetrable. It's like a weird, it's a 2006 Kia. And the locking mechanism is going wonky on it. So I tried to unlock the door, wouldn't unlock, doing it like a dozen times, getting super fucking frustrated. So I, in my infinite wisdom, go all the way around the car to the passenger door. I open that up. I turn the car on, hit the button like several dozen times just to make sure. Close the door, go over to the driver's side door, hit the latch, locks. The car is now running. With the keys completely locked in it.
Why didn't you just get in the passenger side and get over to the driver's side?
Listen, where the fuck were you?
Captain Hindsight.
Yeah, where the fuck were you 40 minutes ago?
I'm super fucking lazy. Like, as soon as I open one door, I'm like, I'm not fucking walking back to the other side.
I should have just had that apathetic of a stance.
I'm super shitty when it comes to that. Oh my
god, no. And I was really embarrassed. And then, like I was telling our guests, it seemed like everybody in the fucking neighborhood decided that was the moment to take a goddamn walk and to mock my shame. Yeah, it's like, look at this ass hat, because I'm just kind of sitting there.
What's wrong?
Beat fucking red, like I just want to hide and
locked
die.
Your keys in the car.
People I've never fucking seen before since I've moved in have come out of their house to march up and down the road.
You know that weird looking kid towards the end of the block? Yeah, guess what? Locked his keys in his car, but better yet, the car's going. Oh my god, we gotta walk.
Yeah,
I don't have a dog. We'll just say it's for health purposes.
I've become the neighborhood to do. It's a horrible feeling. Enough about that shit. Our wondrous hosts, Geekopolis, are hosting their second annual pub quiz, and that is going to be happening on July 8th. Second annual. This is the
annual is a year. That would be second annual, like it would be the same time next year. It would be the same.
I thought that was just in in sequence, like the second
biennial is like every 2 times a year.
Semi-annual is Victoria's Secret.
Semi-annual.
The semi-annual sale. That's a given. Because the fucking commercials are on 24/7. Don't high road me on that. Come on.
Second monthly.
It doesn't matter. They're doing it again.
Second installment.
The second. It's The Empire Strikes Back, motherfuckers. They're coming at you
hard. One.
They're coming at you hard. They're coming at you fast. It's going to be on July 8th at 9 p.m. at the Iron Horse Pub. There are going to be prizes for every round this time. But I'm just going to say it up front. Rocky and I are taking it. I'm not even. We're going to step. We're going to step, and we're going to step in hard. We're coming at you with everything we've got. And we're not going to stop. Is it the Katy Perry song? We're never going to stop? Or is that Miley? I don't know. Who gives a shit? But I have exclusively the topics for this installment's rounds. Round 1, 8 questions, but I'll only get What? Hang on. This is a terrible sentence, by the way.
Let me see.
Let
me see. Round 1, 8 questions, but I'll get you out in 4. Each answer is a slang word for prison.
Oh, okay.
I'll get you out.
All right. Round 2, audio. William Hung, Never Forget, just because the rest of the world already has. Name the title and the original artist. I'm assuming they play bad covers or William Hung versions of songs.
I would say either that or it was like shitty one-note bands, like one-hit bands.
Like one-hit wonders.
That disappeared into the woodwork
right on.
to the appreciation of the entire world.
Round 3, are you ready? Tell me if I'm talking about J.R.R. Tolkien or George R.R. Martin. Oh, and some of these verb tenses are there just to fuck with you. That just seems rude. that just seems like needlessly mean. Round 4, bad movie science. I'm into that. Round number 5, visual. It's probing time. That's a little forward, I feel.
It's in a bar setting.
I figure you're like, 4 drinks in? About round 5, probably 4, 6, 8. Do I just need to keep going? Just do multiples of 2 until you can tell me to stop.
How long are each minute? Or how long are each rounds?
About 15-20 minutes.
Oh yeah, we're fucking.
Oh yeah,
we're shit-faced drunk because we got there pretty early,
10 deep,
just to get a good buzz on.
Yeah, you're gonna get.
And then we started drinking hard because we're like, the more drunker we're getting, the better questions are.
Listen, if you think this will impair our trivia question answering abilities, not in the least. Round 6. Random knowledge, closing out with a strong but vague one. All right, we're excited. We're like I said, July 8th, 9 p.m. Iron Horse Pub. Step up to get knocked down. Basically, like just if you're coming, come hard. Heyo, somebody had to do it.
I was going to say
our benefactor, Brian Lyons.
That was a nice slow one right over the plate.
Just taking advantage of that softball. This week is our summer cinema spectacular. Which
I spelled cinema S-I-N.
I did the Bob Giacone cinema porn theater, which I thought was really funny. We wanted to bring up somebody that is just a fount of knowledge and wisdom when it comes
smut films or just
just films in general, but a lot of blue movies, just real hard, the kind of shit you can't send through the mail. So if you will do me a great honor and welcoming Miss Jatana Mims.
Yeah, the last Mimsy.
Never hear that one.
You don't?
No.
I love so much that I get to sit in the middle.
Our audience failed us again. No applause, nothing. This is going to be it's dead fucking
and I'm
air.
Decent looking.
I'll just record myself.
Yeah, we'll just overlay. Yeah, we'll just dub in shitty clapping. Jatana, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me back for the third time.
You're
I'm your Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, you're in your 3 times club now.
Yeah.
Was Alec Baldwin the first three-peat? Or was it Steve Martin?
Steve Martin was, but Alec Baldwin's been on SNL 2 times more than Steve Martin.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
What about John Goodman? John Goodman's been on.
I think because John Goodman's part of the club. This is the episode. It's just us talking about the three-timers club.
Justin Timberlake's in it now.
Justin Timberlake is in it now. I think Seth Rogen may be soonish. I don't know. Who gives a shit?
Emma Stone is.
Emma's really?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. First woman in the three-timers club?
I don't think so.
I don't know why my voice. I don't know why my voice is getting so high. So we brought you here to talk about summer movies.
I'm so excited.
Everybody loves them. It's the best season of movies. Even the shitty ones are really good.
My favorite genre only comes out in the summer.
Because when we were texting about this earlier. Before the episode, you kept mentioning that your favorite. Like, what do you mean whenever you say that?
Disaster porn. I love.
That is not what I thought you were going to say.
Disaster movies.
2012.
2012, yes, but it starts way back in 1996 with a movie called Independence Day.
I was a big. As a matter of fact,
chart topper, panty dropper.
I think
it was the #1 grossing movie that summer.
Of 96, of course it was. But that was my first. I think that might have been my first blockbuster. Like I understood what a blockbuster meant.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching Jeff Goldblum do all sorts of fucking interviews. For some reason, he was the only guy that I followed during his press tour. Like,
I remember, because I remember that one was one of the first big ones. Because
96 was Independence Day, and then 97, Volcano and Dante's Peak came out, and Armageddon and Deep Impact. All of these movies, I just love to see the world destroyed. It is pornography.
It is amazing.
For me. I
I've never seen 2012.
2012.
I've never seen.
Oh my god, 2012 is an abysmal movie.
It looks
it's
real
terrible.
shitty.
It's not good at all.
Terrible.
The disaster porn aspect of it is nearly
Fantastic.
strokeable. Because it comes on a lot, on TBS or TNT or one of those
I
channels.
know it plays on basic cable now a lot.
A lot, and it's always on in the break room, and that's how I've seen the entire movie.
It's just
That and
little
Day
bits.
After Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Day After Tomorrow I have seen.
Anytime ice chases you,
Jake Gyllenhaal! Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is getting chased through
By
a fucking
a
hallway,
library.
and they're talking about the ice as if it's like a sentient creature.
Like
it's
fucking dog.
it's gonna get in. We've got to block these doors, and we've got to burn these tax law books to keep warm.
Wait, who was?
Oh my god!
Who was behind the camera?
Roland Emmerich. Roland Emmerich directed Day After Tomorrow
and Armageddon.
And
No, and 2012.
2012.
He directed
Bruckheimer
2012.
did
No.
Bruckheimer
Michael
did.
Bay. Michael Bay did Armageddon.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roland Emmerich also just directed. He directed something recently that's actually really fucking good, and I cannot remember what it is. White House Down. He directed White House Down, which
Fucking
is
amazing
which is
movie.
really goddamn good. It's White House Down was one of because I still haven't seen the other one.
That's the one where Jamie Foxx is the president,
Jamie
right?
Foxx is the president.
Yes, and Channing Tatum fucking takes out a band of terrorists.
His best John McClane impression. It's the best Die Hard movie I've seen in years. It's exactly a Die Hard movie starring Channing Tatum.
Bad.
I would
It's
say-
good.
It's a good fucking movie. It's not even bad. I will carry that flag forever. It's
The
a
fact
great
that
movie.
Jamie Foxx as the president's like, wait, hold on, I gotta put my Jordans on
He
for
put
kicking
sneakers.
ass.
Yeah, he put sneakers on. There's a running gag where he has to put his glasses on to see certain shit. It's a great movie. It's really funny.
They have the fucking president mobile out on the lawn,
Yeah.
running away
Spinning
from a
donuts?
tank.
Yeah, one of the Subarus that
You
they've
keep
got.
I remember that because I want to say the third. Was it the third? No, it was the Live Free or Die Hard.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Live Free or Die Hard.
Oh, is that the one with Timothy Olyphant
Yes.
as the villain? I have seen that one.
That's amazing.
Just Tim Olyphant as the villain.
Well,
this
That
goofy
in 3D
hacker
IMAX
villain.
is how I saw it.
Oh Jesus! I have still never seen
Speaking-
a real movie in IMAX. I really want to.
Seen-
It scares me because I feel like my eyes would melt.
You're in it.
when
You're
I
in
watched
the movie.
when I watched Independence Day, I wasn't in an IMAX,
Uh-huh.
but we went on opening weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And we went late to the theater, so it was me and my aunt. It was back before she had kids. And
Quita or Lisa?
Lisa.
No, Lisa.
They know each other, audience.
Sorry.
we went to the theater, and so we had to sit. Thank God it was right in the middle, but we had to sit right in the middle on the front row.
Son of a bitch.
So you're just looking up.
So
the
we're
whole
looking
time.
up like this, which I'm young and I don't give a shit.
Right.
So, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I was like, I was thoroughly enjoying a movie, and it was it's kind of like that. What you were saying, it's the first time that you realize, oh, this is a blockbuster,
Big movie. Yeah.
And the only thing I really, really remember is my aunt
Getting motion
leaning
sickness.
in at one point when they're in the bunker under Area 51,
Mm-hmm.
and Data
Data.
is
It's Brent Spiner. Yeah, Brent Spiner with weird hair.
hippie Brent Spiner.
He looks like one of the lone gunmen from X-Files in that movie.
They're dissecting the alien.
Yeah.
Oh, when the alien. Oh.
And then she at this point in the movie, she's like, hey, afterwards, she's talking to me. She's like, hey, afterwards, do you want to go get some ice cream or something like that?
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, it pops open, and she's right here, and she's
Just sonic screams
right into my
your
ear.
fucking
I'm like,
ear.
holy shit!
No, but that Independence Day may have been the first movie that I realized that there were A+ pictures.
Yeah.
Like, movies so big they can't
But
fit on
you
the screen.
always heard people like talking about it.
Yeah.
and
I want to run through a couple of this year's movies just real quick because so far we've had a pretty fucking stacked summer. So far, that's been released Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier, which was just a top to bottom a great fucking movie.
When was that released?
Like towards the beginning of the summer, because that's Marvel's first
it
movie,
May?
and Guardians of the Galaxy is their second one this year.
I thought that was released in like March though.
No, it was summer.
Was that?
Yeah, it's like the kickoff of summer. The reason I know that is because every other fucking blurb said it's the movie of the summer. Like, come on, it's a summer movie.
Well, just because it's playing in the $2 theater doesn't mean it's the movie of the summer.
Because I remember seeing it with my wife, and it's been a fucking while since I saw it with her.
March.
Well, I did not know that you guys were going to gang up on me about this fucking I guess I'm the asshole.
So if you're going to say some tossed up shit, prepare to get
that weak shit off my track.
I checked my facts.
You either go strong or you don't go at all.
Here's one that is in the summer month.
Sorry.
Godzilla was released this
Godzilla.
summer. Godzilla was also a really fucking good movie. I feel like now it's really that was racist. Come on, I can't just let that slide. Yeah, just like
Everyone thinks it. I'm just saying what people
racists think it.
I'm black. I can't be racist.
It's a great movie.
Blackish for those listening. I don't want to turn them off.
Are the edges of that card worn from you using it?
It's alright, I got my Jewish card on standby.
It's like a shitty Skipbo deck.
Yeah, because my middle class white card gets me into no clubs.
22 Jump Street was also released a couple weeks ago.
I heard that was
God damn it, it's so fucking good. X-Men Days of Future Past was another one that we had this year. It's still to go. We have Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which I'm painfully excited about.
I can't wait to see
I'm a big Planet of the Apes guy, and this one it looks to be a remake of my favorite Planet of the Apes movie, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, where it actually shows the apes rising to power. God damn it, I'm really excited about it. And Guardians of the Galaxy. We still have Guardians of the Galaxy to go, which I'm painfully excited about.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to talk to you guys about specifically, are there any like kind of bigger event movies that stick out in your head from past years that have become the gold standard of summer movies for you?
For comedy, for me, because 38% of all summer movies are action adventure, and
you have to explain yourself.
But where are your fucking figures coming from?
I want people to know what you did before this episode.
I got trapped on IMDb, and then while I was at work, in between answering the phones, I was like, well, what else can I find out on the interweb?
So she came prepared with a bunch of factoids.
But I mean, it is factual that 38% is action adventure, 34% is sci-fi. And so comedy isn't that... It's not that big of a genre during the summer.
Right.
And so for me, Superbad came out during the summer. And I remember, like, going at 10 o'clock at night and just falling to pieces. And the theater was packed. Like,
I described it. I don't think... I don't think this was my original thought, because there's no way that it could be, just because it sounds so trite. But I remember seeing that movie and then talking to some of my friends. I think it was me and Rocky talking about it afterwards, about how like that's our Animal House, like that's our Stripes.
Oh, 100%.
Because like we really didn't have a movie like that was that's just. It's hardline filthy. I liked it in the last because when did 40-Year-Old Virgin come out?
Before that.
Yeah, it was way.
It was like 2005,
that was
2004, 2005.
But that started this weird springing of R-rated comedies during the summer.
Yeah.
And Superbad, I feel like, was definitely one of the gold standards of that.
Oh, yeah.
Pineapple Express, I remember seeing during the summer as well.
Was really good.
Which was really fucking funny.
It was wasn't Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder was another summer movie.
Yeah.
Knocked Up was a summer movie.
Yes, it was.
It's
This Is the End, just here recently, which was just insanely fucking funny.
It's like on IO9 or something recently. And they're like, can you just imagine what people had to go through in 1984 when they went to the movie theater and having to choose between these four movies? Because they all came out at the same time.
Yeah. They've been releasing lists recently of like the summer of '84, and it's just nothing but fucking classics.
Yeah, like all these fucking it's just stacked. And it was funny because all four of these movies came out at the exact same time, like the same weekend. And it was, I can't remember
It's
the
like
other
Jaws.
No, Jaws
Jaws
in
was
the
70s.
70s.
Jaws was the 70s?
Jaws was the first summer blockbuster movie. Like, you start talking about summer
that's-
blockbusters after Jaws.
And then
All right.
and that was the movie that, like, Spielberg was like, well, my career's over. Because I couldn't
He is the highest grossing summer blockbuster
Because I couldn't get
We're
my goddamn
feeding her
shark
these
work.
fucking, like, I don't understand how we're playing into her hands so well. It's ridiculous.
Factotum.
But no, because now I want to look up that fucking list because it's nothing but
Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Jesus.
That was just the two that I looked
you
at it and I was
remember.
like, fucking hell. I was like, choosing between those is like choosing between children.
I will say though that
It's Raiders.
It's not. What?
It's Raiders.
What do you pick Raiders?
Yeah.
I want to rewatch Temple of Doom again because I remember liking it more.
Is that where they eat monkey brains? In the
Yeah,
movie?
yeah.
That's
Choose
the
monkey brain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kalima, short round fighting the prince.
You betrayed Shiva.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a good one.
Outside of Indy.
And Mary, yeah.
Outside
Jesus
of
Christ.
that bitch, that movie
she's
is
the worst.
flawless.
Willie Scott.
Short round? Are you kidding me? That's adorable.
See, I'm not a big fan of short round
I
either.
don't give a like. That's just, I don't. It's not that I don't give a fuck that he's an annoying little kid. Just because he's super fucking sassy.
Right.
Like if he was an annoying kid, because there's that one part where they get into shit, like as they're descending into the temple, and then he's like, "Don't touch anything," and he goes and he like leaves the boy, and the kid just walks over and leans against the wall, and he presses in stone, and he's like, "What did you do?" He's like, "You say don't touch nothing. I don't touch nothing."
He's actually
getting into Indy's face.
God, I remember speaking of because I was gonna the gold standard for me summer movies, Avengers. Avengers was a big fucking deal for me, and not only was it a big fucking deal, but I remember I saw it multiple times in theaters. I saw it at midnight the first time. I saw it a bunch after that. I couldn't fucking shut up about it. Obsessed with it.
God.
My first one was probably Jurassic Park, though. Because I saw Jurassic Park like 8 fucking times in theater. I was constantly pestering my parents to take me to go see Jurassic Park.
That is just epicness unreal.
I was a big fan of Jurassic Park.
I was watching a documentary
Uh-huh.
about the people that made that movie, and they were talking about how they pitched the idea. They were like, because it was DreamWorks. No. Yes.
Amblin. It wasn't an Amblin
No, like
thing?
the creators of the dinosaurs.
Oh. It was beginning of Pixar.
Pixar. It was.
I have no idea.
It was Pixar before they were big.
It was the first like little group, like the 4 dudes sitting in a single room guys for Pixar.
Like ILM into
because they made the first big thing that they did was they did the digital owl in the beginning of the Labyrinth.
Yeah,
that was the first fully digital creature, and the first computer generated creature was in
Young
Sherlock Holmes. It was the stained glass thing. They had made those, but they hadn't really done anything big. And there was mention of doing a dinosaur movie with Steven Spielberg. And they were creating like little models, like Harryhausen models. And they were just going to use that. And one of the guys, like 2 of the main guys were like, "That's going to look like shit. We can do that." And then they were like, don't waste your time. We're not going to do that. And so one guy was like, "I bet I could do it." So he just makes a skeleton, and he just animates it literally. It's a brontosaurus, and he animates it walking and turning its head and like moving its tail as it walks. He animated that like maybe 2 or 3 seconds. What would now be a GIF, and he showed it to people, and literally jaws just dropped. And Spielberg was like, "We're taking all the money we're giving you, and we're giving it all to you.
I didn't know.
I want you to blow our fucking socks off." And guess what?
Yeah, they did it.
They did.
God damn it. No, Jurassic Park was a really good one. But no, Avengers is probably the gold standard for me. When I said earlier that even the shitty ones are good, is there any... Because I have a fucking list of giant, shitty summer blockbusters that I love dearly, that I think are great movies. Are there any that stick out in y'all's heads?
That's just it. I have very hard perception dealing with time. Due to my consumption of several inorganic and organic materials. So
he eats ketamine like it's taffy.
Yeah, it's for my gum disease.
No, there's a couple that you and I saw together that are considered flops. Ninja Assassin.
Oh my God, I remember that fucking
Ninja
movie.
Assassin.
I watched that the other day. Guess what? Still amazing.
It's a crackerjack fucking movie. Like we remember seeing previews for it and getting real fucking hyped about it, and then we ended up seeing it. And there's a scene in it where the lead character, Korean pop star Rain, is being menaced by shadows, like ninja shadows. And they're saying like random shit to try to rattle.
Whispering.
Yeah, they're just whispering things to rattle him, like murderer, betrayer, blah blah blah. And then one of them just randomly in the background goes, "I shit you not, ninja," and then like floats out of frame. We lose our shit, and it's like us and it's like 6 other people.
It's you, me, Abigail, and Barnes.
I don't remember. I just remember you.
It was 4 of us. I just remember. I remember because it.
Lost
I remember it was. I know Abby was there just because when we walked into the theater to watch it, we were for asses, and we walked in and the Children's Miracle Network commercial was playing. Like we're on another plane of existence, and we walk in and Robin Williams is sitting there. He's like. Every 40 seconds. Every 40 seconds.
Every 40 seconds.
A kid dies
of leukemia. Ooh.
And I'm like,
And he has the
I
condom.
look at her and I was like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And we leave. We come back in. But when the movie starts and we're sitting there, it literally becomes Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah,
because we're just laughing, talking to the fucking film.
It's
and
great.
then the lights come back on, and we see that there's 2 other people in the theater, and we're like, oh my God, those people hate us so much right now.
Another goodie from this list of supposed stink burgers, the ATeam.
How did that? There's no way.
The ATeam is considered a flop. The ATeam did not make back its budget and was quickly pulled off screens in the summer. But it's fucking great. It's a great goddamn movie. Liam Neeson.
It is. It's so amazing.
Come on, that movie is great.
Amazing.
Hey Sarge, I'm gonna pop a window. He opens up. They're flying. Oh my God. The best line in that entire movie is it cuts. Jennifer Beal is the girl in the movie. They shoot this tank out of this big like B-52. They're trying to. They're getting tracked by drones. They're getting tracked by drones, and it cuts to Jessica Biel and her, and this technician is like, "Are they trying to shoot down those drones?" And the camera whip pans up to Jessica Biel, zooms in tight, and goes, "No, they're trying to fly the tank." And it cuts back to the tank, and they whip up the gun and start shooting it to move the gun. Oh, it's candy. It is nothing but candy.
That movie had me full-heartedly till the very end. And then it just wrote the biggest fucking check and cashed it on demand. When it was like, if you have troubles.
Yeah, they do the intro.
They do the intro. Bah, 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 and then they shoot the ATeam logo, and then they do like a super like hardcore version of the bah, 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 bah. I literally was sitting in the theater and I went, ah!
I've never felt more joy watching a movie than the ending credits of the ATeam.
Oh dear God.
Another one that also really made me super joyous, Tron Legacy, the sequel to Tron. I really goddamn love.
I love that fucking movie.
I love it. It's a really good movie.
I'm a music person, and so the fact that Daft Punk did the soundtrack, one, amazing.
Yeah.
Two, I really, after that movie, I really contemplated like just stapling glow sticks to all of my clothes.
Just wearing Lycra all the time.
I just want to look like
that. That's awesome. Another one that it's a movie that I carry a fucking flag for. Daily. It's a movie that I will defend tooth and nail. Speed Racer. The movie version of Speed Racer is fucking incredible. Yeah. It's like a really well written movie. It's really sweet. Like it's a genuinely heartfelt family movie that happens to be made by 2 lunatics behind a camera, the Wachowskis.
I was going to say it's the Wachowski brothers.
It's just the Wachowskis now because now Larry's a woman now. Yes. Lana Wachowski. God bless her. She's great.
Transgendered is the new civil rights
But
movement.
I saw that movie. It does have one of the
comes
worst.
back to being black.
It does have.
I'm just
one
saying.
of the. You can hear the slap of the card against the table. I will say that.
Motherfucker's just trying to be black again. Oh,
I remember seeing that
in the
movie.
words of Neil Patrick Harris, someone opened a window and getting racist up again.
Just be really excited to see Speed Racer, and then I saw it, and it was a genuinely emotional, heartfelt version of Speed Racer that's just all about staying true to yourself and trying to win, and it by honorable means. It's a really good. It's
all things that we don't carry personal in our lives.
Yeah, none at all. I don't fucking race. I don't care. I barely talk to my dad.
We're gonna cheat to win.
I've got two more on here. Now these movies I think are on the lower end of the spectrum because they're not good movies at all, but I still enjoy them all nonetheless. Dark Shadows, the movie version of
Johnny Depp?
Dark Shadows, yeah. Johnny Depp, Eva Green, Chloe Grace Moretz.
I'm not seeing it.
It's not good. It's not a good movie by any stretch of the imagination. It's an entertaining as shit movie, but it's not good.
People who like Dark Shadows, they'll like it. They'll.
Oh yeah,
they'll
I think I really dig Dark Shadows. And the movie itself is a pretty decent adaptation of Dark Shadows. I just wish that Johnny Depp didn't look like a porcelain doll in the middle of the movie. He's a vampire, but for some reason he has this kabuki makeup.
That's
on.
just
It makes no fucking sense.
Because Barnabas in the TV show, it was black and white.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
What?
I was just
Always
just
comes
like
down
me.
to race. Always comes down to race.
There's only so many times you can go to that well creatively. But
Hasn't run dry yet.
So anyway,
Trust me,
Barnabas, black and white. What was your question?
That's just it. He didn't look like Nosferatu.
He just looked like a dude. He just looked like a guy.
He looked like a super effeminate weirdo, but he didn't look.
Yeah. Oh, he's always wearing this goofy top coat with the collar up in a Dracula collar. And he carried
ever suspects that
he
he's
carried a
Dracula.
really creepy. One of my favorite things about Dark Shadows as a show is that Barnabas Collins gets introduced 212 episodes into Dark Shadows. It doesn't become about vampires until 3 years into the show.
Oh dear God.
Beforehand, they're just doing psychics and ghosts and shit like that. They never had a monster. So Barnabas Collins shows up, and there's this running gag that there is a painting in Collinsport of him. It's of Barnabas Collins, but every time they mention it, they're like, "Oh, doesn't that painting in the foyer look a lot like Barnabas, our new long lost cousin that we've never met before?" And they're always like, "Oh yes, it's so strange that painting looks exactly like Barnabas,
Same clothes
with
and
the
everything.
same clothes, ring, and cane." And they it takes them years to connect those dots that's the same guy. Oh, God, it's so
Going
good.
back to the movie, I feel like Johnny Depp is just at a place in his life where they're like, okay, so, this is your character, and we're going to costume you this way. And he just looks at them like, can I wear more makeup?
Yeah, he asked for more makeup and a hat.
We talked about this the last episode. We
Did
talked
we?
about how... Because I mentioned Lone Ranger.
Uh-huh. Did you finish that, by the way?
Yes, I did. I finished it, and the redeeming quality of that movie, like I said, if they literally pulled him out and dropped Adam Beach into the role,
Yeah, like an actual
or
Indian.
any Indian actor,
He's an honorary Indian now in Oklahoma.
I'll take Lou Diamond Phillips. Just bottom of the barrel. Give me someone of color.
yeah, but if they'd have put anybody,
Coincidentally,
in,
I love Lou Diamond
Yeah.
Phillips. I think he's fucking
do no
hard-assed on Longmire.
if they pulled anybody, if they did anybody else, it would have been an amazing movie.
Mm.
The last chase scene, fight scene finale, the last of that is to the William Tell overture.
Yeah. And I'm
The
sure
whole damn thing.
Which is about 4 hours.
That's awesome. That's pretty great.
It's literally the whole chase scene is complete. There's not one bit that's not covered.
The William Tell overture.
The William Tell overture.
That's really
it's
awesome.
Like a 5 to 10 minute chase scene.
I have it coming in my Netflix queue, and I'm really excited about it.
And I sat there and I was like, because I was watching it, and I was watching it by myself because Chrissy had gone to bed. And I was sitting there, and I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, they start to push the train out or whatever, and it starts to go backwards. And the music starts, and I'm like, is this fucking... And then it starts, and I'm like...
Yeah, that's really awesome.
And the whole damn thing, like him chasing trains down, blowing shit up, like 6 guns blazing, like Tonto running over the back of trains, like the whole damn thing. And I'm like, yeah,
that sounds really great. The reason I didn't, I wanted to see it in theaters, but then I read a bunch of reviews about it, and the thing that turned me off is that the Lone Ranger and Tonto hate each other, like, almost the entire movie.
The Lone Ranger...
Like, they bicker and bitch at each other the whole time.
Because there's a scene, like, really early in the movie, spoiler alert, his brother gets shot.
Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer's brother gets shot, and Armie Hammer's brother was, like, a lawman.
Uh-huh.
Like, he rode the ranges, he was hard as nails.
Uh-huh.
Like, he was just true to grit, like, he was just a hard-ass man.
Yeah. He gets blown away.
He gets killed, and Tonto buries all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he buries all of them next to each other. And a spirit horse comes up.
Uh-huh.
And a spirit horse, and he looks at the spirit horse, and he says racist Indian things. and the horse walks over to Armie Hammer's grave and like
digging him up.
Like pawing at the dirt.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, no, him not good. And he takes him down, he's like, this good warrior. And he's like, and then the horse literally just turns right back away and starts digging. So he's like, no, this man, he finally resurrects Armie Hammer, and he keeps calling him Kemosabe, and like halfway into the movie he's like, what does Kemosabe mean? And he's like, it means wrong brother. Which it could be him just like being like, meh, but it's actually Apache for white shirt.
Oh.
Okay.
It's either
look who has the facts now.
Yeah.
It's either Apache or Comanche for white shirt, but
right.
it means just a white shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's like the reason that I don't like shit like that, especially in summer movies. That I want to go to a summer movie and like be super entertained. I don't need like
I don't want to have to think.
I don't mind thinking. Like Godzilla. Godzilla is a really deliberately paced and thoughtful movie. Like it doesn't. I'm not saying that
about a giant lizard.
Yeah, no, it's a really. I know.
No, I get
the sentence of using and describing a Godzilla movie is a bit ridiculous, but
I mean, it's like a fucking talking ape movie.
Yeah, it's like when I saw
a very well written, very well thought out movie about apes that can talk.
Yeah, when I saw Rise of the Planet of the Apes, I was just expecting a Planet of the Apes movie and got like a drama that just happened to have a Planet of the Apes.
Well, it was fucking First Class. When I saw First Class,
X-Men First Class the same way.
When I saw X-Men First Class, I was like, oh, this is a really, really staunch drama about people who can do stuff with their bodies.
But I don't like when summer movies are kind of like super fucking dour and internal. Like
that's why you don't see epics during the summer all that much. Like, Titanic, it was a December release.
Yeah. But like I also like Star Trek Into Darkness, I think, is the wrong way to go for a blockbuster. That's my yardstick of shitty summer blockbuster is Star Trek Into Darkness because it is so bad.
I saw a post the other day and I commented on it and no one commented back because I'm not funny. But it said we're finally getting the DVD release of Star Trek Into Darkness that we've been waiting for, but there's a catch. And I commented below it, I was like, is the catch is that it's still Star Trek Into Darkness?
It's still the same movie.
Still the same movie. It's still the same
because I tried to rewatch it the other day. I did. I got all the way through it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's still a really bad shitbox movie.
Oh, look at all the old shit they're referencing.
I don't like it when the characters in these summer movies, like, they're supposed to be a team and they hate each other, or they bicker and bitch, or it gets overblown. That's the reason I don't watch the Transformers movies anymore, because it's like it saps the fucking fun out of watching robots punch each other.
I will say this next, because this one's coming out. This is a summer release.
It's like coming out this week.
This one doesn't have Shia LaBeouf in it.
It's coming out this week.
It's got Marky Mark
going full meatball, and
always
I'm pretty
okay.
excited about
Mark's in it, and they've got robotic dinosaurs.
Yeah,
so my ass might be in the
seat. The Dinobots are in this one. It's Stanley Tucci is in it.
Stanley Tucci's in it?
Stanley Tucci is going to be the John Turturro role. He's the government man.
There's someone else in that movie.
Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer is like the big bad. T.J. Miller is like one one of their wacky friends. Like, I don't understand. I have no idea. The fact that these Transformer movies, like, somebody calls an agent and it's like, I need Stanley Tucci, Mark Wahlberg, T.J. Miller, Kelsey Grammer. I need all these fucking people for what? Transformers movie. You hang on the line, sir. I will get them. Like, they're always in these fucking movies.
I'll
like,
get you an answer in 15 minutes.
Are decks that expensive? Are boathouses that expensive?
I honestly think, because Kelsey Grammer's sitting by the phone waiting for the Frasier movie to get greenlit. And that,
just hugging a bottle of brandy.
And that phone's never going to ring.
Any minute now, Kelsey. Any
That
minute.
phone's never going to ring.
He has a special line for that phone call.
And that phone's never going to ring. And to keep the phone bill and to keep that line connected,
he has to do other shit.
He does X-Men movies.
He's in Expendables 3 for some reason.
Yes.
Yes. I have a problem with the Expendables movies. I have a fundamental problem with the Expendables movies.
That they were ever made?
No.
Bad.
I love the fact that they're
straight to
made.
the throat.
I love that there are movies that have been made. That said, I feel like the first one is kind of this weird fluke that everybody kind of tolerated and saw a bunch. The second one came out, but it seemed like the second and third movie trailers just coasted on names.
Yeah.
Because I saw the third movie trailer and it just looks like a generic fucking action movie.
Stoltz.
Yeah, and then it starts
Lundgren.
throwing names
Norris.
at you at the end. But there's it's like a dozen names. Like
we Google
minimum.
searched anybody that's been in an action movie in the last 20 years and gave them a call.
And that's the thing, is like the first four are people that you know. It's like Stallone, Lee, Statham, Lundgren. I'm like, oh, awesome. Rousey. Okay, Ronda Rousey, that's awesome. Couture. Randy Couture. What the fuck?
How does he act?
Opina. I don't know who the fuck that is. And just showing me strangers.
UFC fighters. Yeah. We'll just get to everything.
Then in the middle of it, Kelsey Grammer wearing a weird cocksucker hat, and like a photographer's vest. Grammer. What? Okay. Gibson, and it's like him, doing his best Martin Riggs impression, holding a big fucking gun.
Please tell me you've seen Machete Kills.
I have not seen Machete Kills yet,
Machete
and I
Kills?
want to.
I saw it. I didn't see it in the theaters. I saw it, and I think the way I saw it was the way it was shown.
Meant to be seen.
What was the way that it was shown in the movies, where they showed the trailer for Machete 3?
Yeah, at the beginning.
They showed the trailer for Machete 3, and it was Machete 3, Machete Kills in space.
In space. Like, he goes to space.
He goes to space. And they're showing you all these hard-ass things. Like, Michelle Rodriguez has, like, a robotic eye now.
I just don't understand, when people make sequels, why does one always have to be in space?
They're showing...
That's natural. It's natural story. Yeah,
natural story. That's him.
It truly is.
That's Robert Rodriguez parodying the parody itself.
Yeah.
But they're showing all these things, and they show this guy in, like, a weird Dr. Doom mask, and they're like, featuring Danny Trejo as Machete, Michelle Rodriguez as whatever the fuck her name was. And they're like, with special guest star Dr. Doom as played by Leonardo DiCaprio. And then they do ... maybe. Or something like contracts aren't signed yet, basically.
Yeah, it's like a big disclaimer.
There's a big parenthesis. But then the actual movie is about, because the movie has Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, Lady Gaga. Alexa Vega.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
What the fuck?
Cuba and
oh my god.
Cuba and Lady Gaga are the same person.
What? Jesus Christ! I
gotta
fucking watch this movie.
No, I'm not talking about in the movie. I'm talking about in real life.
In real life, it's like Fred Savage, like he's just wearing different suits.
But the villain of that movie is Mel Gibson.
Yeah,
and Mel Gibson
Isn't he
is
just
like
the villain of life.
Bro, I mean, it's arguable. Or him and Gary Oldman apparently now.
I saw that and like everyone was like, "Fucking Gary Oldman, you just don't get it. We're never gonna get over it or think it's funny." And I was like, "Fucking ease off."
Gary Oldman, he has no shits about what he's saying.
He made a commercial saying nothing but blah 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 blah. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
I told somebody, is a translation for "I said in my head," because no one was around me that cared.
Just you had the thought.
I had the thought because I was like, I was like, shut the fuck. This is the one point of time where I'm like a moderate. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, liberals. We get it. You're suffering. We get it, black women. We get it, white women. We get it. We get it. You're having a hard go. Get over it. An old white guy said something you don't like.
It's also in
it doesn't have to be a fucking headline.
It's an interview in Playboy. He's not getting interviewed.
It wasn't even in Playboy. It was like some on Black and White podcast or on the Alan Moore's Porch. Like it's something like that. Like he came onto this kind of show and bitched about something, and it's kind of like the Sterling thing. Private conversations got, we're not going to get into that. That's a whole...
my last one, my last summer turd bomb that I went out of my way to see, and I really regret doing so. Terminator Salvation, the latest Terminator reboot with Christian Bale and whatever is fuck from Avatar and Anton Yelchin and... weirdly ADR'd Common lines. Like, I feel really sorry for Common in this movie, because Common's a really great actor, and it seems like 80% of his lines are ADR. Like, they cut him completely out of the movie. Because there's a scene in which, like, they have this special EMP weapon, and they're going to finally capture a Terminator to be able to study it. And so it's Common and Batman, and they're hanging out in these dunes, and they fire off the weapon, and it clunks to the ground, and they're all celebrating. And then it cuts to, like, an establishing shot of the Terminator, and you just hear Common from seemingly miles away going, "Oh my God, it worked! It's beautiful, man! It's beautiful!" And then, like, it cuts to him, like, close up to the robot, like, getting it on a truck. Like, I was like, did you please just pay him at least for the time?
Every time you mention that, I think of Lawrence Fishburne in Apocalypse Now. Oh. And
I haven't seen that movie in years.
Lawrence Fishburne, for anybody who doesn't know what Apocalypse Now is, go eat a dick.
Wow.
But,
it's a heavy stance.
But he was in Apocalypse Now. He was like the young... We're in 70s America, so he was the urban black kid on the ship. Yeah. And he was really excited because this was like his first big break. Mm-hmm. And then he got to the theater and saw that like 90% of his dialogue was cut from the movie. Like 80 to 90% of his shit was cut.
I'm not going to say it, but I mean, you know why.
Okay, so I'll do you one better. I'll take the same story, wrap it in a different colored package. Get colored, get it?
Wow.
Rik Mayall was supposed to be in the first Harry Potter movie.
Yeah, he
really?
was Peeves.
As Peeves. He was supposed to be Peeves.
I miss Peeves.
I fucking hate Peeves. I'm so glad they cut
Peeves in the
out.
book.
Peeves was in like really heavy character in the first book.
Yeah.
And he filmed a shitload of scenes for that first book movie. And
they just cut it all the fuck out.
And that's just it. He filmed a shitload of it, and he was talking about how he had to go off set. Like, if he wasn't filming, he had to literally leave the set because he would just sit there and make the kids laugh. And he would break up the scene.
That's adorable.
And they would like, hey, you gotta go. You can't stay here. And his daughter was a real big fan of Harry Potter. Uh-huh. So he took her to the premiere, and nobody had told him that every single one of his scenes had been cut.
Yeah, boy.
And he sat in the movie and realized that he had not been
appeared
in any
once.
part in the movie. And he was like, that's where I realized that I was not in the movie, was when I sat in the movie. And all the scenes, like, it got past the point where he was in the movie. Yeah. And he was like, oh, so I was cut. Okay.
Roof stoof. Rest in peace, Rik Mayall. We're going to pour one out for you. Yeah. You're great.
And Eli Wallach.
Yeah, Eli Wallach died the other day. That really bummed yesterday. That really bummed me out. Yeah.
And I was telling, because you posted that thing about
the graveyard scene.
The graveyard scene, and it reminded me of my favorite scene was when he goes to the gun shop
and puts together his gun.
And he's literally just breaking apart guns and putting them back together. And he like puts it close to the guy's ear for him to hear it. And then he goes outside and shoots it and steals it.
Eli Wallach was randomly in. I saw The Holiday once in theaters.
Amazing movie.
It's not an amazing movie at all.
Shut the fuck
It's
up.
a bizarre fucking film that just happens to be like it's
great.
It's bizarre. It's really weird.
No,
the only thing that really gets that I can really get behind on that movie is the fact that we get to for a moment suspend the reality where Kate Winslet gets into another universe and falls in love with Jack Black.
No, see, that doesn't. That's plausible to me. That's fine.
No, that's completely
what
implausible.
part of it is just?
Let me unpack this fucking movie for you.
First of all, can I just say Hans Zimmer does the score and it's
what?
fantastic.
Hans Zimmer does the score to that
Zimmer
movie?
does the score. Listen to the score. It's on the Spotify.
God.
It's
That's
amazing.
nuts. No, let me unpack this fucking movie for you.
I listened to it today.
Kate Winslet is unappreciated at her job. She wants to fuck Rufus Sewell.
Who doesn't?
I know, right? He's a good-looking dude. He's leading her on, and then he proposes to his girlfriend in front of her, crushes her. She goes back to her house, which is like a little cottage. And
God, I love that crying scene because every girl has done that.
She's weeping.
I forgot. Is it like super ugly crying?
You feed your cat. You
it's like
get
a montage.
your drink and you just sob.
It's a montage of her crying. It may be a 7-minute scene. Meanwhile, cut to Cameron Diaz.
Directed by a woman.
Nora Ephron. Yeah, it's a Nora Ephron movie, written and directed. The cut to Cameron Diaz. Successful, jet setting. She's got everything she wants except a boyfriend. Yeah. And she makes movie trailers. So when she gets depressed, she hears voices in her head of people narrating the movie trailer of her life, which is a psychosomatic symptom of schizophrenia.
Wait. Stop right there.
Hang on.
Stop right there. Because I can't tell you how many times from the age of 9 to 28 I've interviewed myself.
Thank you.
Yes, but you're not like physically reacting to like they're
motherfucker. I'm talking directly to the guy that's interviewing me.
Hang on, who is it? Is it Charlie Rose or
no?
Is it
it's
Craig
it's just random press people.
Right.
You're at a conference.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm in a one-on-one interview.
I go on Conan a lot.
So what they're like? And this is it. Like I remember walking from my 3rd grade classroom to the bathroom, interviewing myself on this latest movie that I was in, and these teachers asked my mother. They're like, he walks down the hallway and talks to himself, and we don't know what he. That's a red flag. And my mother asked me, she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm interviewing myself.
Yeah.
I'm asking myself. So, what was your thought process behind this characterization?" When you sat down to write this movie, what were your thoughts? What was your daily activity like? I did that the other day coming home. I'm 28 years old. I have a child. And I'm vocally responding. I'm not just sitting there going like...
Just in your head.
I actually physically talk out loud to myself.
That's funny. That's really funny. But no, like, that movie's weird. Like, rewatch it again. It's weird. Same with Love Actually.
Fantastic.
Love Actually is very problematic. It is a very problematic movie.
Oh, this makes me so sad.
What, because everyone's connected to each other?
No, it's because, like, some of the characters are, like, rapey, and, like,
Who's rapey?
Rick Grimes shows Keira Knightley a mummy while her husband is in the next room, like, and he's professing his love. Like, it's a creepy movie.
The only creepster in there is Alan Rickman, but what movie is he not a creepster in? Let's be honest. We love him because he's creepy.
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is Marvin.
And in...
Die Hard? Yeah, no.
Dogma.
And the mummy was part of a really sweet thing. He was saying,
I
would
love
love
it.
you
Corpse!
even
He
if
brought
you
a
look
corpse!
like this. It was on a poster board. He didn't bring like a sarcophagus.
Doesn't matter. He's walking through the fucking high street with like shit under his arm.
It's a sweet gesture of love.
Her husband is in the next room.
He's upstairs because he thinks he's carolers.
Her husband and his best friend.
Yeah, that movie's really problematic. I'm telling you, like
it's fantastic.
It's real creepy.
It's fantastic.
No, that's okay.
They showed a thing that to link us to that movie. They showed the age difference. They're like, you're never gonna believe this age difference in Game of Thrones, and they showed that kid, that little.
Oh yeah. That Liam Neeson stepson.
Yeah, his stepson from Love Actually is in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he's Jojen Reed.
He's Jojen. And the mountain that rides, the age difference between them, the mountain that rides is only 1 year older than Jojen Reed.
What?
He's 25 years old.
That's insane.
We're older than he is.
That's nuts. That's really nuts.
And like they showed it, and like, because you see petite little Jojen, and then you see the mountain that rides, and it's just a wall of muscle and beard, and it's like fucking hell. But yeah, they're less than 1 year apart.
That's insane to me. I also saw a video the other day of Hodor DJing at a house show in London.
This means nothing
because
to me.
he does that.
Wait,
It's this
like
big fat
the actual
guy. No,
guy?
like the actor that plays Hodor is a big.
I thought like the character himself.
He's
like,
a big
Hodor.
Hodor, and he's just playing like Beach House. No, he's apparently real super gay and a super in demand DJ in the British house scene.
That is
like he gets paid stacks of money to show up and be like, "Hodor, motherfuckers!" and then like play orgy. Like, oh god, it's really great.
That's amazeballs.
Jatana, we appreciate you being on the show.
I love it.
You're always a hell of a guest. Do you have anything to plug, or do you have anything coming up?
My show opens in 17 days. Godspell. It's going to be fantastic. Children playing instruments on stage, possibly crying.
What's the date?
We open July 11th. We run for 3 weekends:
And
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
They can get tickets at
www.backdoortheater, spelled re.org.
Nice. Is there a phone number? I don't remember the phone number.
940-322-5000.
Nicely done. I would have had to write all that shit down. We have questions.
Yeah.
We actually have questions. We're really excited about it. Tiffany asks, this question is specifically for Jatana, but I would love to get the guys' feedback also. I really
guess y'all can answer.
Yeah, like in case you fucking mouth breathers can offer something about this. I really love musicals, movies, or live productions. My husband, however, does not. I would like him to be able to at least sit through one with me. Do you have any suggestions for a starter musical to dip his toes into the musical pool? Any help you can give me would be awesome.
Paint Your Wagon.
Really?
You'll get him.
Paint Your Wagon?
Paint Your Wagon. It's a fucking musical stacked with dudes. My dad does not like that many musicals, and he loves
Paint Your Wagon. Really?
Huh.
That's nuts. What do you think?
What would be yours?
For a stage play, How to Succeed. I think.
Yeah.
I think a guy could really
That'd
get
be
on with How
probably
to
a good one.
Succeed.
Secretary's Not a Toy. Everybody can get behind fucking.
I know. My
Random
reaction to yours was just the fact that you went for a pretty deep cut when it comes to musicals.
Yeah.
Paint Your Wagon's not
That's
a fucking
not-
one that you pull out of the air. Like,
But that's just it. It's 89, like 97% of the cast is male. No, 99% of the cast is male. There's only one female in it.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
You've never
I
seen
don't think
Paint
I've
Your
ever seen
Wagon?
I've
Paint
heard
Your
the music
Wagon.
from it. I've
The
never
movie?
seen it.
Uh-huh.
Is amazeballs. Like, it's the nuttiest fucking thing you'll ever see on
Really?
film. Okay, am I about to blow your fucking mind?
Apparently, I'm excited about it.
Paint Your Wagon. Have you heard of Paint Your Wagon?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Paint Your Wagon.
And I've
is
probably heard songs from
Paint
it.
Your Wagon is a
I love how this question was for me.
is a musical about.
It said us too. You fucking hang on.
and this is an honest answer because this is a musical that guys can get behind. It's about a musical about a bunch of dudes going to a town to set up a mining colony, and it's literally just a shitload of dudes
Singing about
mining, digging gold.
Mining.
The two main stars are
In the movie?
Clint Eastwood
What?
and Lee Marvin.
What?
Hey, you've never fucking seen
No!
it. Okay. Lee Marvin has a voice that's
Like an
smoother
angel?
than butter. He sings a song. Of course, it's Lee Marvin,
Yeah.
so just kind of take it at that. But there's I Was Born Under a Wandering Star. I Talk to the Trees, which Clint Eastwood sings.
Oh my god.
And he actually sings it, and he's pretty damn good.
Shit.
Wow.
This is amazing to me.
Fucking Goulet is in it.
Oh my god.
Wait, is he in it or is it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Robert Goulet,
Son
and
of a bitch.
and he sings Mariah. They call
They
the wind.
call the wind
That's
Mariah.
yeah, that's what I've heard
That's
from it. The big song from
That's
it.
the big because it's Robert Goulet.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Jatana, what do you got? You said How to Succeed, which
How
I
to
think
Succeed.
is a good one.
Honestly, the show I'm directing right now, Godspell, it's
Yeah.
a lot of really awesome music, rock and roll. Film-wise, and this might be a little far-reaching, Singing in the Rain. I mean, honestly, Gene Kelly and,
It's
it's
fun,
really funny.
well put together.
And that's just it. Like a lot of people think about the romance aspect, and I remember watching it. I remember watching it when I was a kid and just being like super in love with Danny Kaye and him just like doing backflips and singing make them laugh.
Yeah.
Don O'Connor.
Yeah.
I would say
fantastic.
for mine, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jesus Christ
That's another
Superstar,
good
just
one.
because the film version of Jesus Christ Superstar, just because it's like just a hard edge rock opera and it's really weird. I also say 9. I think the movie version
9,
of
yeah.
9 is really good. I love 9. I think it's a super underrated musical.
Spring Awakening.
Sweeney Todd's another one.
Sweeney Todd,
Sweeney Todd.
yeah.
Opera, like
But
the
yeah,
stage
it's
George
a lot
Hearn.
of singing, though.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
It's a fucking opera.
Our second question comes from our very own Jatana Mims. I'm planning a comic book themed party. Are you really?
No.
God damn it! Oh, you get the fuck out of here!
You
I'm not
literally
answering
got him
this
at
I mean,
Sleep
yes.
Force and
Yeah.
then completed
Yes, it's
it.
for you.
Oh, God damn it. All right, I'm planning a
Comic
comic
book
book
themed
themed party. And I would like to serve comic book themed finger food. Any ideas for clever snacks for nerds? Thanks a bunch. Love forever and always. Sent from my iPhone, bitch. I don't know.
Pizza bagels?
Yeah.
No, but
pizza-
it has to. I need it to incorporate like a
Tied
hero
into a
name
hero.
somehow. Like
You know what you can do? And this
spider web
I'm
pizza.
gonna get you. I'm gonna get you with this, and I'm gonna get everyone with this, and it's gonna blow your minds.
I don't think I have an answer.
Take little bagel bites. Lay out red pepperonis, and then drape white mozzarella cheese on top of it. Make it look like a Spider-Man mask.
Look at you.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
That's good, man.
That is fantastic.
And this now that's more for like Halloween type thing. But I saw it on one of those fucking websites. You take chocolate chip cookies right out of the oven, and then you just take a toothpick and just fuck with all the things and make them look like little spiders are trapped in the cookies.
Oh, nice. That's like an Addams Family treat.
Yeah.
So you can find us on YouTube. If you go to youtube.com and search Alan Moore's Porch, you can subscribe to our channel. You can listen to this and all of our past episodes. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Alan Moore's Porch and on Twitter at Alan Moore's Porch, all one word. Once again, remember that the second I was going to say annual, but I know you're going to bust my fucking nuts about it. The second Geekopolis Pub Quiz takes place July 8th at 9 p.m. at Iron Horse Pub. Sign up, come early, and get ready to leave early because you're probably going to lose. From me, Jatana, and Rocky, we thank you, each and every one of you, for listening. We will see you next time. Sex girls, night, real sex girls. Are you ready? You need to turn that off.
I honestly was wondering when you were going to play that song because I knew it was going to happen.